sunny side, 99.3 Nigeria Info, and welcome to another work day and the final for us on the sunny side. Hold on, let me see. Oh, sure. My pleasure always to play good music. Alright, so it's Confessions Thursday, and this would be now an introduction for those who may be new around here. We're Nigeria Info, we're 24 hours a day, we're 7 days a week. We're your foremost talk radio station. Alright, that's out the way. Alright, so Thursdays, we have Confessions Thursday, and then from there we go into the Lords of Logic. I've been thinking about the Lords of Logic all morning. But first, yeah, you're calling in to share a secret. So first, it's a secret. No one knows it. I mean, this is something you normally would not even share with your best friends. It's probably something you've never shared, but you're willing to tell. You're hoping that no one gets to criticize your once upon a time poor judgment, your blindsidedness, your inexperience, your own greed. Maybe you're hoping no one gets to criticize your lack of will, your weakness, your not knowing. Maybe you ignored the facts. Maybe it's deliberate ignorance. God alone knows what happens to a man where he faces his own battles and he fails to win. Like, God alone knows what else is happening in that same situation. But life can be hard, and life can be unfair, and life could be quite tempting. And so whether it's in the temptation or in the unfairness or in your own weakness, you make the worst decisions, and then you come to a place where you realize it. And you say, well, now I have a story. I mean, I have a lesson in a story. I hope I've learned the lesson. But here I have a story I can share. And for some others, it could even be a situation where you're even in the problem and you just need people to share their understanding of the problem, their interpretation, and possible solutions. Welcome. We are gathered here today to find a way out. It's Confessions Thursday, so when you call in, you don't say your name. And best believe we are braced for the most awkward, most unfamiliar stories. We've just about heard everything. Well, I think so. I've just about heard everything, including the desire to want to kill. Someone had called my show one time. He was so heartbroken. He called me on 2 occasions. He called me twice. Yeah, paranormal, abnormal. I've just about heard everything. A man sent me a message that he had an experience, and the only way he can describe the experience would be that he went to hell. So he said he was like in a trance state, and his spirit was taken somewhere, and it filled him with dread. So I'm trying to get a lot. Well, I didn't quite pry into the story, but he sent me a message saying I've been to hell. He sent me a story and said I've been to hell. And so I thought, I need to find someone who's been to heaven and someone who's experienced hell and bring them on the Lords of Logic. So I have my father's elder sister's daughter had a situation where she was between life and death, and they thought she was dead. So when she made it back, she told a story that she went to heaven. She actually wrote a book about it, and I didn't know about it until we went for my mother's funeral. And she gave me a book, and she told me a story about how she went to heaven, and she saw God, and she was told to remind men to be good and to serve God, and yeah. And I think we need to hear these accounts firsthand from the people who've experienced it. So that's something I would love to do on the Lords of Logic. So if you've experienced hell, we need that gist. If you've been there, like you've been taking spirit out of body to hell. There's a lady from Uganda I wanted to have on the show, but I think at the time she told her story, she was even a witch. She said her grandmother got her into witchcraft, and she said she went to hell. She served, well, she was serving the cause, right? She was a witch for a set period, and of course, she went to hell, and she told her story about her experience with the devil in hell. Yeah. Her video's on YouTube. Her name's Erica. So if that's not the name in the event that I may have forgotten, her brother, there was this Kenyan rapper that was very popular in Nigeria. There's this pretty girl who was from Kenya who was a rapper, but she was trying to conquer the Nigerian market. Kimani, I think, is that her name? God, I can't remember. Well, her husband is that Kenyan rapper's elder brother. So I'm going to have to find the name and just finish you with it. the Erica, I think that's her name. That's the lady who was the witch. Her husband is elder brother to a former Kenyan female rapper. Yeah, all right. So, in fact, if you've been to hell, write me so I can host someone who's been to heaven and someone who's been to hell on the Lords of Logic. Now, I'm down for gist like that. All right, so I think this is me just trying to introduce you to the extent, the width of the confession that sometimes it's really just not. We have capacity to absorb the unnatural. All right, so remember, when you call in, you don't say your name. My name's Joyce. We're Nigeria Info, and then after that, the Lords of Logic. Beautiful Thursday afternoon to everyone. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on the sunny side.
Thank you very much. Someone has helped me out with the Kenyan rapper's name. Her name is Victoria Kimani. So the female Kenyan rapper, her name Victoria Kimani. So her elder brother is husband to the former witch. Thank you so much. So you can just Google that. Now you know where to go. Yeah. So that's just in case I don't get the name of the wife right. So this is another way you can find out the story on YouTube. I think I watched probably almost 20 of her confessions. Like, it was something. When you call in, you don't say your name. 0201-277-0993, 0201-465-7190, and on WhatsApp 08095975805. When you call in, you don't say your name. I guess you'd like to meet me. Yeah, me too. My name's Joyce. Confessions begin. Oops. Can we discuss the biblical interpretation of Ephesians 5:22-25 pertaining to love on Lords of Logic? Not again. I discussed love on the Lords of Logic. It took me 4 weeks and you still didn't get it. I don't even think I want to do that again. No. Okay, let me read the message. He says, a lot of Christians say men are the only ones capable of love, while women are to submit. They say it's God's instruction and they must obey it. That's how a potential date told me that it's my job to love her and that it's her job to submit to me. Another one told me she prays to God to give her a man that will love her more than she loves him. I left them. Joyce, I can't date or marry a woman with this psychotic philosophy. Oh, well, yeah. Really. I think they don't even bother you. So the tragedy really is that they don't even bother with trying to even understand. Sunny side. Why is anybody calling? Okay, hold on a second. Someone is calling the studio lines and I'm trying not to lose my mind. Just hold on a second. All right, so we're off on a break in about less than 2 minutes. This is a social construct, and it's really tragic. It's utterly tragic that this is even propagated even within the church. So here's what I think you can do. It's really psychotic, but I think you can attempt to see whether you can educate them. So maybe what that would look like is that you get them into a conversation to debate with you, even for them to explain to you what it can mean. So one, it's incorrect to say that only men are capable of love. It is so ignorant. I can't believe that anybody with two sides of the human brain would say that. But men say it. The pastors say it. The men whom you give power over your own judgment say it to you. So one, that's logically inaccurate. just by the fashioning of your human biology. That's totally inaccurate. And then to suppose or to suggest that God made the man capable of love and the woman incapable of love is in itself stupid. But then again, yeah, there you go. So that in itself also is inaccurate. And then, what does she mean when she says submit? Get her into a conversation. Like, what does she mean? Does she want to be a slave to you? What does she mean by that? Yeah, and get her to explain even to herself what she can mean. Because when you hear the patriarchs tell you about submission, it's just a euphemism for slavery. It's another... Okay, I'm off on a break, 10 seconds. Let's come back and I'll round off my thought, and then we can pretty much go to other heartbreaking stories on the show this afternoon.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Apostle Paul declared,
I fought fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. 2 Timothy 4:7.
now it's your time. Will you do the challenge?
Come and answer God's call at the Redeemed Christian Church of God 2024 Holy Ghost Congress, tagged Onward Christian Soldiers, from December 9th to 14th, 2024.
Venue kilometer 46, Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Time 6 p.m. daily.
Pastor E.A. Adeboye and other anointed men of God will be ministering.
Don't miss your chance to get battle ready.
Street Foods Nigeria returns with a power package season focused on nutrition, hygiene, promotion of tourism, and cultural heritage of Nigeria. Watch regular street food vendors transform to becoming extraordinary food ambassadors that brings foreign direct investments under the mentorship of celebrity judges like Chef T, Diary of a Kitchen Lover, Okpayemi Famakin Kunleremi, the host with the most, Eniolua, and other guest judges. Catch Street Foods Nigeria on YouTube at Foodbay TV. Turn on your notification to be the first to see it. Street Foods Nigeria Season 5 is proudly brought to you by Foodbay TV in collaboration with Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development. Championed by Golden Penny. Sponsored by Calypso. Refreshed by Maltina and Tiger Beer. Supported by Hospitality Business School, Prism Healthcare, and Palladium Farms. Lagos, get ready for a powerful year-end edition of The Round Table. This is where Nigeria's biggest radio voices, your favorite top OAPs on Nigeria Info FM, come together to dissect the most impactful stories of 2024.
The cost of electricity is going to make Nigerians more sick.
As much as the governor is saying that this is all about resource control.
You see, this public statement, of course, reflects the Nigerian mentality.
And so here we have a Nigeria where one day you speak about fuel price, the next day you must consider diesel price.
Most of these governors are just there. They have no idea.
From seismic economic shifts to explosive social movements, nothing is off the table.
4 or 5 weeks, it was one bad story or the other.
You're beginning to wonder what's happening with government agencies. Who is ensuring that the individuals...
Why would the minister walk out of you? The same minister will resume to the same office the following day.
Join us for an intense conversation, bold insights, and moments that define this unforgettable year. The Round Table. Monday, November 25th at 9 a.m. It's the ultimate gathering of Nigeria's most influential voices, all bringing their sharpest takes on stories that matter. The Round Table. Don't miss this dramatic wrap-up on Nigeria Info FM, where 2024's biggest stories come to life. The Round Table. Let's talk.
It is day 4 of week 1 on Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Season 8, Lagos. Here are the match lineups. At 4 p.m. on Thursday, Ikpabi Sarah Gezai and Moshood Okwemikpo Mubarak will debate the topic, is true equality achievable in society? Ofoma Emanuela Chinaza meets Ocheja Abigail Ioma at 5 o'clock. Their topic is, should reparations to marginalized countries be made mandatory? Lagos, we are still ankle deep into the competition and there are numerous twists and turns still ahead. I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Join Femi Obong Daniels and me to continue this adventure. I Beg to Differ Season 8. 32 debaters, now 26. One winner, 1 million naira. Sponsored by Tollywood College. Supported by Card Center Nigeria Limited, Lucas Green Fashion, Biloxi, and Quarterers Group. I Beg to Differ. A tournament of champions.
Not Penny can serve you. You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
On Confessions Thursday, we open the cupboards to secrets.
Is that a skeleton I see?
Child, bite your tongue. Well, they say good walls make good neighbors.
Wait, you mean gist, right?
Confessions Thursday with Joyce on Nigeria.
Left out of the conversation.
It's great conversation all day on 99.3.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. It's 1 o'clock. The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info.
.3 Nigeria Info. You are listening to the news update this hour. The former Commonwealth Secretary General Emeka Anyoku says it will be hard for anyone to fix Nigeria with the 1999 Constitution. He described Nigeria as a pluralistic country that needs to address its diversity with true federal constitutions. Chief Anyoku said the trouble with Nigeria today is not political leadership, but the Constitution itself. According to him, not even the Angel Gabriel or Malaika Jibrin as leaders can successfully tackle the underperforming economy and the other major challenges currently facing the country. Meanwhile, the body of the late Chief of Army Staff Tarid Lagbaja has arrived at the Nigerian Air Force wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport here in Lagos. The body was received by soldiers of the Guards Brigade who paid their last respects to the late Chief of Army Staff. We hear that the late Army boss will be buried on Friday after a service of songs at the Army Headquarters Garrison Parade Ground in Mogadishu Cantonment, Abuja. Lieutenant General Lagbaja died on the 5th of November at the age of 56. The Police Service Commission says its staff are now in Ondo State to monitor the conduct of police officers on electoral duties during the Saturday's governorship election in the state. A statement from the commission says the staff will ensure that police officers conduct themselves within approved rules and in line with established rules of engagement. The commission monitors are expected to be in all local government areas in Ondo State. The commission chairman, Hashimu Argungu, while addressing the team, charged them to conduct themselves creditably and not succumb to pressure or dilute the essence of the assignment. And Amnesty International is accusing France of using its military technology in Sudan's brutal civil war in violation of a UN arms embargo. It says the Rapid Support Forces militia is using vehicles in the Darfur region supplied by the United Arab Emirates that are fitted with French hardware as it battles the army. Amnesty Secretary General Agnes Callamard said research showed that weaponry designed and manufactured in France were in active use on the battlefield in Sudan. France and the UAE have denied arming the Rapid Support Forces in Sudan. Aid workers say the conflict in Sudan has led to one of the world's worst humanitarian crises, with many thousands at risk of famine. That's the news update this hour, Lagos. You are listening to The Sunny Side with Joyce on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Stay here.
Quality talk.
Intelligent conversations.
Always interesting.
So engaging.
Sometimes even mind-boggling.
Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info. Ask everyone. Anyone.
You're listening to Confessions Thursday with Joyce on The Sun.
We're back. We're Nigeria Info 99.3. Welcome. 4 minutes past 1 p.m. And I was on a thought, and I really just want to summarize it. Like, I truly, truly got nothing from you. Well, I guess there are a few people who've experienced love, so there was really no introducing them to a concept, to that concept. Love doesn't make a victim of you. Love doesn't make slave of you. Love is the highest attainment after salvation. The man and the woman are capable of love. Love is a gift. Love will take all of you. Love requires vulnerability. Vulnerability in love is strength. It's nothing else. It's nothing else but strength. To love would be the honor of your life. I think people say to serve is honor. I agree. You see, to love, that would be the highest. Nothing can give you meaning like loving. I don't think so. And yes, I'm down for a debate. Nothing can, not even the way love takes. So love, imagine something that conquers your human will, that overrules or overgoverns your human so it practically eliminates selfishness. It makes you into something else, practically something divine. Yeah, I don't know if I truly want to with you guys. No, maybe a different crowd, maybe the village folks at this point, because you township people don't get it. You don't look like you're gonna be getting it today. And the last time I tried, no. Well, so maybe your next girlfriend, or maybe I don't know what your relationship is with them, but maybe if you have, I mean, not to date them, but just discuss the logicality of it and see. And this is to the gentleman who says he met two ladies and he thought that their thinking was, well, this philosophy was rather psychotic. I think, because some of them are just puppets of the social construct. They just regurgitate the things that they hear other people say. So the philosophy is not theirs. They're a mimicry, They're puppets. So they just say everything. They say it because everyone else is saying it. They do not have both the courage and the will to sit by themselves and experience what can reveal itself to them. They're not silent people. They're not sober. Yeah. It would take a little effort on your part, but it would be an enjoyable process because you would even redeem some on your way. You may not have to be married to them, but I think you would redeem maybe one person or two. Speak to guys, hear what your friends think. Because if you also think like those women think, maybe it's even your friends you need to chase away first. All right. Honey, this place is burning. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Okay, so I'm on WhatsApp right now reading your confessions on Nigeria Info. When you're calling, you don't say your name. All right. Please, I need advice on this. I'm a first-time mom nursing an infant. My husband's brother has been with us going to 2 months now, 24 years old. He doesn't help out with the chores in the house, rather he creates more. I tried telling my husband about it, but he concluded that all he could see is that I don't want his brother to stay in our house. He is here to stay. I decided not to complain again, but I'm really getting frustrated by the day, and I told my husband I want to go to the village, and he is refusing me to. I'm planning to go in his absence because he comes home every 2 weeks. The story is long. I fear you won't read it, so I cut the story short. Joyce, I'm living like a stranger in my own house. It's becoming so unbearable for me. I wish you can help me speak with my husband. So I don't want my mom to hear this. I lost my dad in April, and she's just recovering from that. First, I've read a message. 2, I'm not going to speak to your husband. Well, 1, I'm a stranger, and... Well, there are 2 parts to that. 1, I'm a stranger. 2, I want you to learn to speak. So maybe that would mean you find someone who's familiar with him, someone who respects, Because he respects himself. You get them to speak to your husband. Yeah. Now, the other part of this to me is I don't like arrogant men. So I don't know if this is arrogance or he just doesn't love you, but believe me, it's probably both. You know, I don't like arrogant men, and I don't like to appeal to them. I don't like to appeal to them. I don't know what your strength is, but you have to learn to speak. Like, if there's something you don't like, you do something about it. And so maybe that would go into the village in his absence. And then when he asks you, you say, well, I told you that I don't know what your brother's doing. And you insist that regardless of how I feel, the brother has come. So it just really paints a very sketchy picture of what really happens. Imagine that you're with a man who's supposed to love you, right? And you say to him, well, this person here, for these reasons, brings to me some inconvenience. So I'd like for you to speak to him to make an adjustment. So I don't know whether you truly don't like the brother, you know, but from your story, it doesn't appear to be that. You say he doesn't do anything around the house. So it's like you're a mom to a little child and a 24-year-old adult, and his brother, who's your husband, thinks, well, the only reason you're complaining is because that's not your brother. You don't want him around. That's why you're complaining. That doesn't appear to me as a man who listens to you. And I will say you do everything within your power. One, either to get him to listen, to get him to lose the marriage. It's one or the other. I don't have patience anymore. Well, I think also because I don't want to insert myself, you know, I don't want to insert myself into it. So if there's someone who he listens to, that's the patient thing to do. That's the, well, I'm not something I'm going to get one else to speak to you. You disregard the opinions of others, then I'm going to do what's good for me, because you're not for my good. You're a husband, but you're not for my good. It doesn't appear to me that you want something good for me. And I think if you would go to the village, go. I don't want to speak to your husband. I'm not going to have the pain of this. It doesn't make a situation worse. You know, I'm not going to appeal to his arrogance. I don't like arrogant men. So I don't appeal to them. I don't befriend them. I don't like them. So get someone who, and that's the thing. You have to find someone who he's going to listen to. All right? And do what you think is good for you. Maybe some shocker will bring him back to the awareness of, look, you have a wife and you have to take care of your wife. Maybe. All right? I hope that helps, except there's other information, because you said you cut the story short. So I don't know what else is there by way of information that you think I should have to either inform judgment or to change judgment. But given enough what you've said to me, that's what I can say. Let me go to the telephone lines. You have to read. Have you read? You have messages for me?
Yeah.
Okay, just a minute. Confessions Thursday. Hello.
Joyce. Good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Do you have
My
a
name
confession?
is Michael.
Oh.
No.
I lost you. All right. So this message says, I want to read this one. He says, Joyce, please let nobody tell us that they have been to heaven or hell and back. It's not possible and can never be truth based on the scripture. Nobody can go to heaven and bring a message to earth. It's not possible. The story of the rich man and Lazarus is proof of this. Lazarus died and went to the bosom of Abraham, while the rich man went to the land of the dead. The rich man requested Abraham help, family earth, said to him, if they cannot believe the prophet on earth, it's not possible for, them to believe a message from the land of the, all these people who keep saying they went to heaven and got a message from God, they're just sensational. All right, Maxwell, thank you. So, Maxwell, there's a contradiction here. You have your story, the Lazarus reference you made here has a contradiction. The part where the story says, the rich man said he wanted an opportunity to go to earth to tell his brothers that there was a place as heaven and hell, right? And then he was told, if those on earth don't believe the prophets of the earth, how would they believe someone came? Just debates within yourself that logic. So I guess the aspect of the thinking that you're clinging to is that it's not possible for a person to go. The book of Enoch is a book of utter revelation. The Bible you carry, aspects of your Bible are written by people who had revelations. So then you say, well, nobody can go to heaven. And now I've met Americans give testimonies. I've met Mexicans. I've met Indians give testimonies. So now, recently, at least 2019, I met a family member who's, And so here's what I'm going to ask that you do. I'm going to ask you to just read wide. I think to hold an opinion is not enough. You must educate your opinion, all right? You have to educate your opinion. You have to read wide. You have to read other cultures. Read the Egyptian mythology. Read about their concept of hell. Read about it. Read mythology. Read about other cultures. Read how they document the heavens and the earth. Read about it, all right? And then the more research you do, the more it would inform your judgment. To conclude without information that it doesn't exist is so narrow-minded, you should be neglected. You should even neglect yourself. So I'm saying that it's one thing to have an opinion, but it has to be an educated opinion, right? You can't say people who testify are sensational. Just basically, you're saying that they're lying. Why would they want to, in this world of clout chasing, why would they want to, in their ambition to chase clout, why do you think you're their market share? Why do you think they're trying to get your attention? Why do you think they think you are their aim? Why do you think you're target? They give a testimony and they go about their business. They're not selling it, they just tell a story, right? So you read about other documentations, non-Christian documentations. See what other cultures say about the concept of heaven and hell. Read what the people who wrote the books that you carry under your arm when you go to church. Read about the men who have spoken about the visions that they've had. Read about it. You also heard that there were men who didn't die. That's also a lie. Melchizedek, apparently it's not just one Melchizedek. I was reading which history book. There are about 3 Melchizedeks. Yeah, that's a lie, because you don't know it. So that's the problem. Just because you don't know something doesn't make it a lie. So I'm just asking you to allow yourself experience other cultures, other opinions, and don't accept it. But at least you have to run it through the refinery of your judgment to emerge with something educated. All right? Thank you. Confessions Thursday.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's Confessions Thursday. Hello, welcome. Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for calling. You ready for me, honey? Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, Joyce. My confession goes like this. My fiancé or wife-to-be is 2 years older than me, which I know from the onset, and I don't want to tell my parents about it, but my mom seems to be suspecting it. I want to ask, what is the problem of one marrying a lady older than him in Nigeria?
Nothing. That's the answer. Nothing. Nothing more need be said. Do you have a problem with it? Sounds like someone else needs to convince you of the choice you are about to make. It's a choice you have to make. There isn't anything wrong with it, and you shouldn't have a problem with it, except there is a problem. If it's the age thing, I mean, if it's just the age thing, but yeah, it's just an age thing. It's an immaterial concept, right? It's not like there is a problem. Well, there's no problem then. And I'm not sure why your mom's curious. Tell your mom. It's 2 years. Yeah, she's 2 years older than me. Then your mom is going to say, no, you can't marry her. You're like, fine, then I'll marry you. So you divorce this guy who you call my father, then you move in over here. Then she'll say taboo. You'll be like, good, now that's my wife. Now choose. Confessions Thursday. 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's Confessions Thursday. It better be a confession, please. Hello.
Thank you.
What's your confession?
I was the one that called earlier. I'm not making confession. I want to contribute to the show.
1 minute.
Thank you. I want to talk to the lady that she did not complain of violence of any sort, but she's threatened maybe by a load of jobs. Why don't she write a program to show the length of job that is on ground? Probably, if she's going to wash clothes, she's going to wash plates and all those things. She should not do it at once. she should give it time to even let the lord of the house, as in the man, see that there's pressure.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
That must truly show how removed the man is from even the affairs in his own house. Like that, for her to really be documenting that, to introduce it to him as though she's applying for a job, or introducing her skills or her work itinerary to a boss at the office. Well, sad. It's Confessions Thursday. Please, we want confessions. Thank you so much. Hello, Nigeria Info.
I want to.
No, please. I've told you, when you call, don't shout. I don't like it. All right?
Thank you. The woman will say, make you go help him. About their husband. Number one, the in-law should help. The in-law should help in the house choice. Another one, did she marry and a disciplinarian like a Hitler? He's supposed to have what you call interaction with her husband and distress her husband face to face and tell him what she wants. Nobody to be sending Sister Joyce. Nobody should carry you come up from Nigeria for to make a good advice. Because the way you do self, we need more. Are you hearing me? So she should meet her husband and discuss what she wants. That's why they should cut. And they have relationship courtship. Not be saying you go jump into marriage. Tomorrow you can go say make Sister Joyce go to help them bring their husband. You did that when they marry themselves. Nobody can you come up from Nigeria Info. Did I shout? Did I shout now?
Well, this is manageable. Thank you. Thank you. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. So, yeah, please go ahead.
Joyce, I've been and seen third heaven, paradise, at least thrice in different dimensions, but yet to see hell. Even though I experienced it on earth in the last 22 years of being born again, do you know there is a canteen in heaven? God's paradise.
You're lucky this is confessions. Like, what do you...
I want to flog this person.
Wait, what do you mean there's
a canteen?
You've been to the third heaven. Yeah, maybe they cook and eat there. I mean, that's a third heaven.
Anyways, I'm looking forward to food, Sha. I want to ask my mom, though. That's one question.
You're still going to take all this human nature? Like, what if you get to heaven and you don't require food? Like, food is for base beings.
I think there's more to food than just what we're seeing here on earth.
Yeah.
I think there's more to music. If there's more to music, there's definitely more to food.
I like the way you're pushing yourself around here. Oh, by the way, I mean, I love the curiosity. And now, yeah, you're trying to transcend the ordinary to say, well, yeah, maybe there's a little bit more here. Or there has to be.
There has to be. I mean, that was where they gave Eve.
The children of Israelites were giving the angels bread. Oh, put your hands down.
There was manna. It fell. There's bread in heaven. Yes.
So I told a story. So now I don't know, but God, it better be. So I had a dream, and I was given wine in the dream, and it felt like I was drinking music. I don't have a reference point, so I don't know how to describe it. I must have been drinking a miracle. I don't even like sweet wine, but this one was a little sweet, but there was too much in that cup. I felt like I must have been drinking. Good God, like, what is this?
Hallelujah.
No, stop. Ooh.
I'm hungry.
No, so that's the thing. So I don't think it was to quench hunger. I think it was, have you tasted, you like wine. You say you like wine, but do you know what this is? The only way I can explain it is like drinking an orchestra. And maybe that's even a poor definition. When I woke up, I'm like, well, I don't think you should tempt me. 1, 2. Can I get a bottle? You know, we can keep this memory a little longer.
You want a bottle?
At least just... I honestly don't know how it was. I must have been drinking the soul of beauty in a cup. It was terribly beautiful. Okay.
They're definitely apples.
If you've been to heaven, you've been to hell, leave me a message. I want to have you on the Lords of Logic because we really need to debate the concepts and see what your understanding provides us. But that's just on the fringe. We're off on a break. We'll be back when we come back. Remember, it's Confessions Thursday. When you call in, you don't say your name, and we're down for just about everything, whether the crazy, the weird, the unusual, the frustrating, the hateful, the painful, regrettable, whatever it is. On Nigeria Info's Confessions Thursday. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere in Kemi's company today.
Hi.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this. Lagos, get ready for a powerful year-end edition of The Round Table. This is where Nigeria's biggest radio voices, your favorite top OAPs on Nigeria Info FM, come together to dissect the most impactful stories of 2024.
The cost of electricity is going to make Nigerians more sick.
As much as the governor is saying that this is all about resource control.
You see, this public statement, of course, reflects the Nigerian mentality.
And so here we have a Nigeria where one day you speak about fuel price, the next day you must consider diesel.
Most of these governors are just there. They have no idea.
From seismic economic shifts to explosive social movements, nothing is off the table.
For 4 or 5 weeks, it was one bad story or the other.
You're beginning to wonder what's happening with government agencies. Who is ensuring that the individuals...
Why will the minister walk out of view? The state minister will resume to the same office the following day.
Join us for an intense conversation, bold insights, and moments that define this unforgettable year. The Round Table. Monday, November 25th at 9 a.m. It's the ultimate gathering of Nigeria's most influential voices, all bringing their sharpest takes on stories that matter. The Round Table. Don't miss this dramatic wrap-up on Nigeria Info FM, where 2024's biggest stories come to life. The Round Table. Let's talk.
It is day 4 of week 1 on Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ Season 8, Lagos. Here are the match lineups. At 4 p.m. on Thursday, Ikpabi Sarah Gezai and Moshood Okwemikpo Mubarak will debate the topic, is true equality achievable in society? Ofoma Emanuela Chinaza meets Ocheja Abigail Ioma at 5 o'clock. Their topic is, should reparations to marginalized countries be made mandatory? Lagos, we are still ankle deep into the competition and there are numerous twists and turns still ahead. I am Yvonne Ohaifo. Join Femi Obong Daniels and me to continue this adventure. I Beg to Differ Season 8. 32 debaters, now 26. One winner, 1 million naira. Sponsored by Tollywood College. Supported by Card Center Nigeria Limited, Lucas Green Fashion, Biloxi, and Cordros Group. I Beg to Differ. A tournament of champions.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. It's Confessions Thursday. Remember, when you call in, you don't say your name. Oops.
We have money to give away.
Please tell them.
Yes, Lagos, there is money to be given away. You know how I was telling you that there's money to be won on What's Up Lagos? Well, there's money to be won here on Sunnyside. All you have to do is go to the website www.oneplay.ng, okay? Or you dial the code *347 *880 *3# and play with as little as 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your tickets will be in the draw. Now, remember that is the more you play, the better your chances of winning. No, don't say I didn't tell you. Money could be won on Money Crossfire, What's Up Lagos, Sunnyside, Game On Shows. And because tomorrow is Friday, there's also a jackpot, okay? 50,000 naira for one lucky person. Would it be you? or would it be your neighbor? Anyways, that determines that will happen if you play. Okay, playing during the week automatically qualifies you for that weekly jackpot. So start playing now so you don't start regretting. So I mean, Christmas is around the corner. 25,000 naira here and there can work.
Good luck.
I advise them. Good luck.
When you're calling, you don't say your name. So I have a confession here. Hey, Joyce, how are you doing? I seem to be a little tired. I'm just tired. I don't know what to do. I'm tired mentally, tired physically, tired emotionally, just tired. I'm single. I'm 38 and tired. I have a job, but I'm tired. I don't know how else to describe this tiredness. It's almost like I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm still here. I try to wear a smile on my face, but I'm tired. First of all, it sounds quite poetic.
There's a lot of, but literally everybody's tired though.
Yeah.
But it's tired.
So I don't know if this is the tiredness that is imposed on everyone by just Nigeria, where Nigeria is... It says though Nigeria is not, it's no longer taking your strength. It's done sapping your strength. It's now sapping the energy in your soul. So I don't know if that's that or whether this is a search for meaning. Because sometimes not knowing what to do with yourself when it's as though you wake up every day, you're not too clear as to the objective. I mean, it appears as though you have an objective, but the objective in itself is not gratifying. You're doing something, but there's still a gap, there's an emptiness, there's a void in there. So I'm not even sure which kind of tired this is. If it's a Nigerian one, all in it is not an answer, you know? But I'm saying, yeah, we're all in it, but that's not the answer. I think you need meaning so that the pain so that you can understand why things happen, you can understand why you feel the way you feel. But then the truth is, once you find meaning, you can easily arrive at peace. And so in a world where you have peace, and peace has a way of doing your strength. But I'm not too clear. I'm hoping that this is more a case of, I don't know why I think this is probably more a case of meaning. But I don't want to speak on it except I'm clear. So send me a message to, I don't know, help my judgment in some direction, whether this is a case of a lack of meaning or this is a case of Nigeria is killing you and you're dying type situation, you know, because Nigeria is really trying to kill us and we're pushing back, or at least we're trying not to die, or maybe we're actually just dying. It's not so obvious that we're trying to die because, you know, you just wake up every day and you go back and you try to be a monster in these streets to make money, but really down inside, you're really dying. Next week on the Lords of Logic, Nietzsche. He is not a Christian. He's a critic of the Christian concept. But I think he's probably the biggest critic of... the Christian concept. But I don't know whether he was trying to shoot himself in the foot or it was a typical case of, I'm going to criticize these guys, but then maybe not so deliberately end up agreeing with them. So just read Nietzsche. So next week we're going to talk about, according to Nietzsche says, we die many ways through immorality. So that's our conversation for the Lords of Logic next week. I think one is the kind of death that we die. And according to Nietzsche, he says, through immorality, we die in so many ways. And I guess it would be funny to ask an immoral people about their own immorality. That's for next week, okay? Yeah, good. But, you know, just talking about being tired, I don't know whether it's a lack of meaning, so send me a message. I'd like to read from you in order to know exactly what to say. Good. Confessions Thursday, Nigeria info. So Cam is going to read.
2 years ago, I was able to convince my uncle to complete his childhood dream, which is to marry his childhood friend, a 55-year-old widow with 2 kids. My uncle's wife has not been available for him for a long while, and anytime I visit my uncle at Abuja, I will always seek out to visit the lady friend, who is the widow. Sometimes she brings food over to the house. I dislike cheating and fornicating. My uncle is 62 years old with 3 beautiful grown-up children, all married. My uncle's kids agree for my uncle Alaji to marry a new wife. We prefer the widow over small Abuja girls. Now my uncle's wife hates me for that, and she does not fight her kids for supporting their dad. My dad is happily married with 3 beautiful wives. My grandfather had 9 wives. My grandfather's brother had 13 wives. Now my uncle is happy and fulfilled.
All right, church over.
Cheers to you.
Yeah. I mean, thank you for sharing. I do appreciate it. Confessions Thursday. Make it back. Wow, that's nice. Oh, I haven't heard now. Initiate you into which? Who's this?
Oh my God, is this one?
Confession. No, I've not seen it. Please. Confessions Thursday. Welcome to Nigeria Info.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome. Do you have a concern?
Yeah, I just want to speak about the going to heaven.
No, it's confession. That's for Lords of Logic. Have you been to hell, though?
Oh, no, but
no.
I've been to a place that looked like the moon.
Oh, yeah, you guys, huh? Nice meeting you. Wait. Oh, God. Wait, Lords of Logic. Hold on, not confessions. Just call me Lords of Logic.
All right.
Please,
all right.
Thank you. Demi Lovato, the American pop singer, has been to the moon, and she said that aliens took her from her room to the moon.
Well,
for real, just Google it. It's on Google. Just Google.
Like,
Demi Lovato actually said it.
She didn't go with the rocket.
She said she was in her room, and then spirits came into her room, and oh, hi, how you doing? You want to see where we're from? And she's like, sure, why not? And then they took her, and she said that they went on the moon.
That sounds like fun.
So my younger brother told me he had a dream, and that he landed somewhere, and they told him it was Mars. All of you come out. I already know the secret, so what's up?
Please, I like to go.
Can the weirdos come out? Thursday.
Good afternoon. When my mother was still alive, God showed to me by revelation that she's going to, what now? Hellfire. When she wants to die, then I rededicated her to Christ again. Joyce, hellfire starts from this one. It burns like fire mixed with sulfur. I cannot pray for your enemy to go there. In Revelation 2 times saw it. There was a wide road. Despite how wide the road is, people still struggling to pass it. The narrow road, one person will pass now, later or before another person will pass. I heard in my spirit that the wide road leads to hellfire and the narrow road leads to heaven.
No,
Joyce, there's a God. What now?
That's confusing. That's too much, and it's even confusing. Wait, did you go to hell or did you go to heaven?
No.
You didn't see anything. What we've seen? No, we still didn't see hell.
Concludes. Do you know there are witches in every family, every house we rent, every street, every office?
There's a witch in every family?
No, what's in top of that?
No.
Not to my family, sir. I'd like to take it out.
Do you have electricity? What are you... Did you read that in the dark?
I don't know.
No, that's very chaotic. Welcome. Confessions Thursday. Do you have a confession?
Yeah, Joyce.
You have a confession?
Yes, I don't know if you want a confession. I have an issue like that. I have anger issue, and I don't know how to go about it because this thing always spoils things for me, honestly, both in my working place, even in my marriage.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to do. Please, if anyone can assist, anything, I don't know. I don't really know. I have anger issue, and most time after.
Do you know why you get... Okay, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, I was going to ask you a question, but I'll wait for you to tell me the other part of your story.
Yeah, because sometimes when I finish acting, I'll now regret it. And, when you have already passed out the message, baking or is nothing. So I don't know. I'm really regret. I don't even know how to go about it. Honestly, I've tried to change, but I don't know.
You don't know. Yeah, maybe. Look, what do you have to see a therapist, because I believe that according to science, they say a therapist can help compartmentalize the issues in your head that are easily triggered. So can you see a therapist? Like someone you can talk to who can help you understand why you get angry, give it face, give it language, and compartmentalize it for you? Can you see someone like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you should see someone like that. If you're willing to fix your anger issues, you can even do it with yourself. Why do you get angry? But do you even know why you get angry?
Honestly, I just small thing. When I've done the whole thing, I'll regret,
Yeah, but you don't know why you get angry?
That is it.
Okay. Well, see a therapist. see a therapist, and I hope you can afford a therapist. If you have a friend, you can help you fix your anger issues. They can compartmentalize the issues for you. Otherwise, I would ask you to pray. Can you pray? You left. Did you just laugh? You don't believe that prayers can fix your issues?
Of course.
So why did you not laugh?
I do pray.
No, you don't pray. No, don't worry. Go. No. You don't pray. I mean, look. If you believe that prayer works, then you can pray that spirit, because it's the spirit. So you can ask that it be taken away from you.
Okay.
Or you see a therapist. You can do scientific. You can do spiritual.
I have to do the both.
Oh, look, now you're ready for this thing to really die. So good luck. Do both of them.
Thanks so much.
Sure.
To be honest with you, I don't know if that I can put that in prayer anyway. I do pray, but I didn't bring this particular issue to God.
You see, So, look at that. That's a confession. You didn't talk about it. So talk about it in your prayer and ask God to heal your madness.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello. Confessions Thursday.
Hello?
Speak up for us. Do you have a confession?
Hello?
You have a confession. Welcome. I can hear you.
I don't. But I just want to talk to the last caller.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. You've given him the first solution, but there's something I need to say if he's listening right now. You see, people tend to have anger issues with people they know they can handle. You understand? If you know you have anger issues, you can never get angry, no matter how angry you are, with a military personnel or someone you know will beat the hell out of you. And don't tell me you have anger issues. Control it. So if you are listening, apart from prayer, no go get angry to people who go beat you. Even at work, there are some people you don't even get angry with. So you have to fight it within. Brother, I've seen people like you on street that they were beaten to stupor because of their anger. Now, they don't even get angry. And I'm telling you the fact. If you jam someone that would beat the hell out of that, of you, anger will fly away. I'm telling you.
Thank you. But I think it's the way he said it. So now, there's some truth here.
It actually works. Yoruba will say "weary," laughing worry. That means it's madness used to cure madness. So if you say you're mad,
that's very violent.
They bring mad king and beats madness out of you.
That's very violent. But I see the psychological impact that it would have, and so there's a truth to that. Well, so you're crazy, and then you meet someone who doesn't appear crazy, and so you tempt them.
King of crazy.
Yeah, but so you approach them with your madness.
Ew.
And they take your lights out.
Pew.
So it almost as though they have encoded something in your DNA. It just resets.
Resets button. Microsoft shut down. It comes back up.
My mother used to tell me stories about how in her father's compound there were people who were into fetish things. In her father's compound. In her father's compound, there were people like neighbors whose parents or grandparents would do fetish things in the calabash with just good old black magic, right? And so her younger brother came to see us one day, and he was corroborating the stories that my mother had told me. So I asked him, so how do you deal with those things? He says he just waits for them and beats them up in the streets.
What? No?
Yeah, just the same thing you're saying. He says if you knock them out hard enough, the thing leaves them.
Like my mom would say, a resetting slap, and when they give you that slap,
says I just wait for them in the streets. I just wait.
Again.
So when they come by, we knock the lights out, and it's like it almost as though
refreshes your memory.
I thought it was.
DNA.
I thought it was family crazy like fighting. So it seems as though half their problems you can just fix in the. Confessions Thursday. Hey, how are you?
Joyce, good afternoon.
Do you have confession? Do you have a confession?
No, Joyce, I don't have a confession, but I have something important I want to tell the second caller.
Go ahead, please.
Joyce, you see, I will use myself as an example. I have an anger issue. My own, the other guy just been trying to be hilarious. My own anger, I even challenged a military man. I fought a military man. In fact, police came to arrest me. I beat them up and pushed them out of my house.
Oh.
You understand? So this was that guy is just trying to be hilarious. my own anger is when I go up to the house, my children will hear my voice, they will run to their house.
Okay, so how did
to
you...
their rooms.
Are you still an angry person?
How did it stop? That's the question now.
Okay.
At a point, I sat down in my room one day. I was asking myself, what is wrong with me? My wife, if I'm talking, my wife will not dare say when she just keep quiet. I don't beat her. But she dare not say when. And I begin to ask myself question. Why am I like this? What is all this?
Okay.
Then I went on a church program with a notable pastor in Lagos.
Yeah.
After the program, I came, the man preached on anger. I thought somebody told the man something about me. And I came home, I knelt down in my house, I challenged God. I said, God, if you are God, remove this anger from me. Joyce, you can't believe it, eh? People who knows me before can tell you that that is not me, that something has gone, that something is wrong with me.
Wow.
Is it the guy they know before? So prayer, you are trying to tell the guy about prayer. Maybe the guy think you are joking. That thing you are telling him is the panacea to solve his problem. If you take it to God in prayer, let me just a spirit.
It is a spirit.
Oh, it's a spirit.
It's a spirit.
It's just a spirit. You God will remove it from you, and you be yourself.
All right. All right.
Thank you, Joyce,
Thank you.
and have a good day.
Thank you so much, really, for calling. I do appreciate you calling in. Is it a confession?
Well, there's a confession, but this one is for you, especially.
Oh, Lord, please. Okay, what?
They never left you. They said, Joyce, you're not equipped with spiritual knowledge.
No, leave that guy alone.
Okay.
He's struggling. No, leave him alone. Confessions.
All right. So, hello, Joyce. My wife refused to have sex with me at night a few days back, and I decided to masturbate instead of going out to commit adultery. You think my actions is justifiable and condemnable, though I'm not a chronic masturbator?
So there are layers to this. One is we have to isolate it, just like masturbating. Some things, and some things should be beneath you. Like some things should defile you. Some things should irritate even the spirit inside of you. So I don't know, when you say, have you done something wrong? Like, it seems as though you've done plenty of things wrong. It's like you don't even know what's wrong. So there is that. And then there is, it doesn't appear you have problems. She didn't want sex yesterday and then you just masturbated. One, I even want to stay outside of it. But two, do you have no problem masturbating? Because I'm not sure why this is jitty, except you have a problem with masturbating. I need to know, do you have a problem masturbating, or you just want to find out whether, I don't know. I don't know, is there a problem here? Because if you say, well, there's no problem, I guess I really have nothing to say. So I would like for you to articulate the problem so I'm not the one imposing on your judgment what I think the issues are. All right? Thank you. Hey, how are you? You have to speak up for us. It's Confessions Thursday. Do you have a confession?
Yes,
Go ahead.
good afternoon.
Welcome. Do you have a confession?
Yes, I have a confession.
Speak up for us, please, and go ahead.
You can hear me now?
Yep, I can.
Joy, I have something I've been keeping in mind. Like, I don't even know how my dad.
At least speak up. Yeah?
You can hear me now?
Yeah, keep it at this pace. Keep it at this cadence. Thank you.
Okay. There is a year that I'm dating for like 4 years now after my school.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a child together. But right now, we are not together. So, but I've been trying my best, sending her money to take care of the child. But now we're together. So, what I'm hearing now is that she has married another man. But we keep talking. She's not the one that tell me, but it's her friend that they stay around together that tell me this story. So right now, I'm just confused. I'm thinking of calling her to confirm or get the issue to my dad. But the problem is that I've not told my father about it since from the beginning.
Yeah. Okay. Did you have a relationship with her? Like an existing relationship? Or you just had a baby and that was about it?
Yes, we did for like 1 year before we have that baby. That is after 4 years when I finished my secondary school.
Okay.
That's when we have.
But you didn't have a relationship. Like, when did you guys break up?
We did not break up.
Oh.
Yes, we did not break up.
So what did you do? Were you in a relationship? Like, did both of you had a clear understanding that this was an exclusive relationship? Or you were just having sex, no commitments? I don't know. I'm trying to understand it.
No, Joy. Before we even talk about sex, it was after like sex before I even have sex with her. I don't even.
Yeah, because now you're saying she married someone else. It's as though she didn't know that she was in a relationship with you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, you know what? I think you need to even ask her what's happening. Because even me too, I'm lost. I don't know what's happening. And you appear to not have all the information. So I think you should speak to her, find out, are you married?
See, Joy, it's a long story. It's a long story.
Oh.
If I will say I will break it down for you, it's going to take time.
Okay. So you want to call me next week? Because really, today you're not giving me anything.
Okay, next week.
All right, try, huh?
All right, Joy.
Thank you. Like, can a woman just marry someone when she's in a relationship with someone?
Have you ever
Except
seen
she's
like
not.
a meme, or there's a common meme going around now, and it's actually very common. People just use it a lot. When you wake up one morning with a text from someone saying, "I'm breaking up with you," but you don't even know. You didn't know that you were in a relationship, and I'm like, it actually can happen. Because in that person's head, and that's the problem with assumptions and conclusions. People assume a lot. People conclude a lot.
Okay.
And instead of communicating, people actually have a very big problem with communication. It's a very big problem. Like, you can't open your mouth and talk to them. So how, like, you're not like, how are you breaking up with, were we? Are we?
Okay. Oh, yeah. So maybe he needs to clarify that, because even
clarity
he
is key.
All right. So I'll wait. Next Thursday. Thank you. Confessions Thursday. Hello. Can you hear me? So good to have you on Nigeria Info. Make it back. Good afternoon to you. It's Confessions Thursday. Can you hear me? Confessions Thursday. Good afternoon to you. Thank you. I couldn't hear the last one. Make it back, please.
Hello, good afternoon.
Turn off the volume of your radio set. Do you have a confession?
Can you hear me now?
Turn off your radio and then please speak.
I'm far from the radio.
Okay, what's your confession?
No, actually, I don't have confession.
1 minute. Go ahead.
What I wanted to add up to what that the last caller talked about.
He didn't talk about anything. He said he'll call next week.
No, he made mention of there's a particular subject we are trying to explain to you. He now said that he's going to talk about it by next week.
Yeah.
I wanted to add there's something I want to add to it.
Okay, what is it?
Now, normally I've come into conclusion that most Nigerian girls are not capable of love. Are you getting me now? Sometimes you see someone that is not in a relationship with you.
Okay.
Are you with me?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
When you talk about one who is capable of love, should be very, very communicating enough.
Okay.
In every aspect.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You understand? That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a nice time.
Wait, but the generalization now. The Nigerian girls are not capable.
Emphasis on not.
That prejudice is erroneous, isn't it? Like, there's something erroneous about it. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just wait for next week. But wait. That's not correct, actually.
Let's not pull it this week.
Yeah, please.
We'll not leave here.
Do I have a message we can share?
Yeah, before we go on a break quickly. What would you advise a man whose wife now has incurable lifelong vaginismus, for which they haven't been able to have sexual relations for about 6 months now, and the unselfish wife has given a permit to her husband to get himself a woman outside for sexual needs, as long as he doesn't impregnate or marry that other woman? Come back after the break to break it. You can think about it.
Yeah, indeed. We're okay. We're off on the break.
Yes.
That's sure. And we will come back to What a Story.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
It's that time of the week again. Are you ready to dive into the wide world of news? Join us for the Hat Fact Awards every Friday at 3 to 4 p.m. on Nigeria Info FM. We are breaking down the best, the worst, and the downright Nawa stories that had everyone talking this week.
No, wow. Some people don't do.
From jaw-dropping headlines to the most events, we've got it all covered.
Y'all do it, so let's get it on.
Tune in as we celebrate the stories that make you laugh, cry, and shake your head in disbelief. Whether it's the latest viral sensation or the craziest political blunder,
we are going to fight you with insecurity.
We'll give you a rundown on what's hot and what's not. Guess what? You get to vote for your right stories in our weekly awards. Who will take home the coveted title of the best stories of the week, and which tale will earn the infamous worst story of the week? Had Facts Awards on Nigeria Info FM, where the news into entertainment. You can't have it all with one play.
I got that defined, but you have just won yourself.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Meltus. One player, don't talk to 2 players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. Well done, you won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big from 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and put 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347 *880 #3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Morning Crossfire, 60,000 naira on Tap Lagos, 20,000 naira on Seaside, and 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. To dial *347 *80 #3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
The gentleman who sent that message, honestly, I would have approached this from the psychological aspect of loving and why you should not. Well, so first I think it's, do you really want to? Because if you loved your wife, I don't see how you want to give your body to another woman, right? Because if you loved your wife, you wouldn't want to share yourself with someone else. But you appear to really fancy the idea to give your body to someone else, and Kemi practically smelt it like a dead rat. In fact, I can't share with you her excitement to really deflate all of your expectations to go use your license to sleep with other women in the streets. Kemi says that there is a treatment for it. Apparently, I didn't even know that. But yeah, she says that there are treatments for it, and that you can actually seek treatment.
Okay. So it's a thing, actually, vaginismus, where it's the condition where the muscle just tighten, vagina tightens, before intercourse. Like, it's like nothing can go through. But people can overcome vaginismus. Okay, there are stories on YouTube.
But hold,
if you love your wife,
but hold on, wait. The man is saying that it's incurable. I'm not even sure what.
It's not incurable.
He's saying that I don't. He's
Has
suggesting.
he even Googled what vaginismus is? Even Google will tell you. Once you put it inside, please, Lagos, try vaginismus. Is it curable or not? And tell me what you're saying.
Well, look, if you love your wife, I don't see why you wouldn't want to.
Say permit.
Poor guy.
Is it Lagos permit or which one?
Poor guy met Kemi on the show today. It's like, just before I could wrap my head around it, she's like, oh, no, he wants to cheat. That was the first thing she said.
It's how you want to go outside into the streets. And it's okay. That's what you want.
Okay, so one, it's curable, and I think you really have to seek solutions for it.
Medical solutions. They're literally health care professionals who talk about these things. Go to YouTube. Okay, there are Christians that have this issue, people who haven't had sex before who have these issues. They've talked about how they overcome vaginismus. So it's a thing.
So
okay,
look for solutions.
Try, please.
The other one is you really love your wife, because if you love your wife, then I need not say anything else. Now the third option is you really have tried, you don't have enough patience, you really want to...
not many months.
All right.
Start your day with confidence with the restoring power of Vaseline Petroleum Jelly. Keep moisture locked in all year round.
Take charge of what you hear and when to listen.
All at your convenience.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.